Spot and report modern slavery. The university will not tolerate modern slavery or human trafficking in its supply chains or in any part of its business. However, a policy is not effective unless everyone takes a responsibility, works together and shares good practice to ensure human trafficking and modern slavery can be identified and eliminated. So what is modern slavery? Modern slavery is an umbrella term which can be used to encompass the most serious violations related to work exploitation. One form of modern slavery, known as forced labour, is when people are forced to work against their will under the threat of some form of punishment. It is common for those who are working against their will to be in debt to their employer as they have borrowed money they cannot repay. This is known as bonded labour. Human trafficking involves the recruitment, harbouring, or transporting of people into a situation of exploitation. Typically, through the use of violence, deception, or coercion, they are forced to work against their will. So, is slavery still an issue? Yes, in fact, according to the Global Slavery Index, in 2016, 45.8 million people were estimated to be modern slaves in 167 countries. In 2016, the Home Office estimated that there was 11,000 to 13,000 potential victims of modern slavery in the UK, and according to the National Crime Agency, the victims came from 97 different countries. So how does this link to NTU supply chains? Modern slavery has been linked to international as well as UK supply chains of many different fields, such as construction, maintenance, cleaning, security services, office supplies, IT, as well as workwear, clothing, and food production and supply. But which areas are the most risky? Research has suggested that forced labour and labour exploitation most typically occurs in sectors which are characterised by low-skilled, low-paid manual labour and involve a heavy use of flexible, temporary workers. For example, in 2015, an EU report ranked construction second on the list of economic sectors in the EU most prone to labour exploitation. Of the 21 countries that participated in the research, 9 put construction at the top of their list. How to spot modern slavery in the supply chain. If they show signs of physical, psychological abuse, they might look malnourished or appear withdrawn and neglected. They might avoid eye contact, appear frightened or hesitant to talk to strangers. They might appear under the control of others, or they might be constantly monitored. They might be dropped off or collected for work on a regular basis, either very early or very late at night. They may have a fear of law enforcement because they don't know who to trust and are often scared of deportation or violence to them or their family. They may not even know that they're being exploited. For example, in 2014, only 3,309 victims of modern slavery came into contact with the state or an NGO in the UK. However, this amount was vastly below the estimated figures. Some signals might take longer to emerge. For example, victims of modern slavery might not have their own legal documents or a contract of employment. Their wages might also not be paid as part of a formal and documented system. How to report modern slavery. If you suspect a case of modern slavery, contact the procurement team at NTU immediately, or alternatively report it to the police. However, if you are less certain of an offence, do not hesitate to contact the Modern Slavery Helpline. For more information about NTU actions, please see the NTU Suppliers Code of Conduct and the NTU Slavery and Human Trafficking Statement.
Created using Powtoon.